Welcome back to Morning Express on this Friday, the 15th of November. It's cake time in studio. We have some amazing looking cakes, well-designed work of art. And joining me in studio is Martha Kipkosgey, who's a cake artist. Thank you very much for joining us, Martha. This is beautiful. First, let's start off there. This is work of art. As you said, cake artist. This is truly some work of art. And we'll get to these cakes and everything up here, by the way. You'll get the close-up shots. You'll get to see them better. Is all cake. Tell us how you got started with this.
Okay, it's a journey. My journey began way back 6 years ago. When I used to work, I'm a hotelier by profession.
Okay.
Yeah, but after working for 2 years, I felt fine. I'm in the hotel industry, but I was not doing what I loved to do.
Yes.
Which was cakes. Loving to do them and also loving to eat them. So I decided to quit.
Okay.
And began to do studies about cake. But at the same time, it's the time I got married, so family began. So I wanted something I would do when I'm at home, when I'm getting babies, and at the same time I'm making some money. But it was not, I was not to go to it immediately, because of course I had to train and I had to start somewhere. So I began with baking queen cakes from my house. Then I would do like 5 queen cakes to 10, and then I'll give them to my family members. They would buy, and then friends, and then that's how it began.
Yeah. So it all began in the house. And something you said at the beginning there, that for you it was just from you were a hotelier, or you just found yourself loving to bake cakes. How is that? What is it about cakes that you were so into? The mixing, the baking. What about the cakes?
First, of course, I think I've got a sweet tooth.
Okay, so the love of eating the cakes first.
True, the love, yeah, very true. And then, of course, I felt, we were fine having cakes, eating cakes, but I just wanted to see nice cakes. I really didn't know that I would get into this, but I just wanted to see a nice cake.
Yeah.
That's why I got into it. Fine eating, but at the same time, I really wanted to make, something nice. I'm usually attracted by nice things.
Nice things, artistic things. And I like what you're also saying about you wanted to eat nice cakes. So for you, had it been just eating and also seeing a lot of just plain old cakes,
very
round,
true.
The square or whatever shaped cake and nothing else to it. And that then pushed you to try figure out how else can this cake be done.
Yeah.
So where did you study? Where did you get all this information about the cakes from?
The information about the cakes, the baking of the cakes, I went for a training, a short training, but they didn't train how to do the shapes and, these artistic designs. So after I got to know how to bake, I, walked out and felt we needed to do something different.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know where to get the information, because then we didn't have, we were still not, the digital time. We didn't have the, the computers, the laptops, the internet. So I began, but we could get, the tins which are shaped. So I began with that, and trying to sketch. I tried sketch, but still they were not good. But I, kept on going, and with the family and friends who had trust in you. Not really trust, but I kept on practicing with them. Yeah.
So in school, you were not taught how to do these designs?
No.
It was just basic cake making?
Yeah.
So how does cake school work? What will you be taught? Mixing, baking a cake, what goes into it, what doesn't? Take us through a little of some of those key lessons that you learned from the school.
Okay, in school, you're taught how to bake the cakes, how to coat them with the buttercream, and then also how to just cover them with the fondant. And then a few lessons about flowers, just the basic flowers. That's all what you're taught.
Okay.
Baking, of course, you're taken from, depends with the school you go. You go, step by step how to go about a cake, but you're not taught everything. You're just given the basics.
The basics.
Yeah.
How long did that take?
Okay, mine didn't take long, because I didn't even finish. Because I got my first baby. So in fact I was. So after some time I just left. And then of course I didn't start baking immediately because of the the children.
Yes.
But I would just bake for the house, just a dessert. Just friends are coming, I just do some cupcakes for them. Yeah, that's how.
All right. So take us through the cakes we have here. I want us to focus on this one first. And I know kids would love this one, Ben 10. I know that is a popular one, cartoon. Yeah. So all this is cake?
All that is cake.
Okay. So how do you even get started making such a cake?
Okay. There are so many people who ask from my posts, how do you bake? You have tins, you have got, we do not have.
Yeah.
I just bake like a square cake.
Okay.
And then
so
from
this particular part is all square?
Yeah, all cake, just a whole, in fact, a square cake like the
So this was originally
base.
A square?
Yeah, it was originally a square cake.
Okay.
Yeah, just like the base. And then from there, now I start shaping it. Yeah, of course you have to have in mind what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like for me, I knew I wanted to do this, it's a van. So definitely when I'm doing the cutting and the shapings, I have to go by what I have already in mind.
Okay, interesting, because when you're cutting, one would wonder, it doesn't all disintegrate, fall apart, then look funny. How do you ensure that doesn't happen? What component or in the cake makes that not happen?
Okay, when you're mixing the cake, definitely you have to do a good mixing.
Yeah.
Because that happens. What you're saying really happens if
Yes.
you don't mix the ingredients well.
Okay.
There's the timing of the mixing, and then from there also the consistency of your batter, and then from there also the timing of the baking. Yeah.
So it's a lot of precision. It's a lot of making sure that mixing process goes on very well.
Yeah.
And then
and also the the time that, like you've said.
Yeah.
And then also in the oven, the temperature. Temperature and the time it stays in the oven, because again, too much temperature or the moist is gone. That's why it becomes hard. If you don't have enough temperature, then of course it becomes soggy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long did this one take, and what inspired this one?
This now, because I think I'm used to doing this kind of cakes, because of course I love it. It takes me a shorter time.
Okay.
Inspiration comes from the love of kids with the Ben 10 cartoon.
Yeah, because this would be great for a birthday party for a child.
Great. And then the joy after you take to them, when you look at their face, and they're smiling, and they're feeling like grabbing the cake and just want to eat it, makes me go back and think more, what else can I do for them? Like you see the Ben 10 truck, the van.
Yes.
We've got after now the square shapes, the technology of having the picture scheme, but now we were just placing them on top. But now we've gone ahead, to look how can I just blend in this technology and get a product being like now the truck. Now that's the work I do, thinking beyond, we've done this, what else can I do?
What else? How can we improve this?
Yeah.
Let's come to this other cake as well. And so just to clarify, everything there is edible. There's nothing there I'll bite and hear some kahad.
No. Everything edible.
Okay.
Even the tires.
Oh yeah, and what are those white things around the tires actually? I was going to ask.
Those are...
Cream?
No, it's it's royal icing.
Royal icing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a mixture of buttercream. We have fresh cream inside, the fondant, and then also the royal icing.
So you can eat everything. You can eat that truck.
True.
All right, let's come to this. This is breakfast, so befitting, because we're on a breakfast show. One could watch this from home and imagine this is a cup, but this is a cup, but cake.
Yeah, it's a cake.
All this is cake as well.
All that is cake. In fact, now when I was told I was coming for the morning express, I thought of it as like it's morning express. What do people do in the morning? They take coffee.
Yes.
So I said, let me prepare a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, for Sophia. It's a cup of coffee with a dash of cream.
The dash of cream. I know, up here it's so cute.
Yeah,
and this?
Now this is waffle.
Waffles.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you're, after you make waffle, that's how it looks like. And then, waffle goes best with syrups. You can choose whatever you want. And then
so this is some syrup that's pouring
chocolate syrup.
Chocolate syrup.
Yeah, it's a new technology.
New technology.
Yeah,
and this, it just looks like it could fall. I don't know.
It can't fall. Yeah, I just wanted that look like, you know, it's hanging, you know, like it's hanging, but it's pouring chocolate on the waffle.
It's pouring chocolate.
Yeah, but it's very fun.
So cool.
Yeah.
Wow, wow. And this, so, but at the first time when you made this, there must have had quite a number of cakes backfiring. You must have had to make, and then, you know, you're like, okay, that is messed up, make another one. How was that when before you got the gist and the hang of it?
It was interesting. It's been a journey, like I can say, very interesting one. And I can say I've met with very good clients, you know, who I've worked with through the journey. Because my first cake, okay, I had done what I did a dummy. You know, it was something new. You know, and people were used just to the normal cakes. Okay. But I felt this is new, you know, things we need to, you know, introduce to people. Yes. Definitely, I made a dummy of a small puppy, which was not very hard, and of course I had all the time to make it. Yes. So one of my clients saw it. Then she was like, wow, you can make this. Kindly, I would like you to make for me a horse. And I was like, oh my God. A horse. Yeah. And I would want it, you know, standing, not, the puppy was, you know, lying down, which was a little bit simple, though I took time. Yeah. And she gave me only 3 days. I didn't know what to do, but I said, you know what, I'll try. And I know, I will make it. So for you, it's really just taking on the challenge, because then, as you're saying, with your clients, they've stretched you and pushed you further in terms of growth, because you make something and they're like, wow, you can do this, so I want this, and it's a new challenge. So that, in essence, just going to tell and even encourage people that at the end of the day, you must continue pushing yourself to the next level to get better in your craft. Very true. Yeah, keep on, you know, it's more of, I usually say, there's nothing, you know, training cannot do. Yes. It's all about, you know, training and practice. Practice, 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 and you'll get there. Okay. Yeah, you can do anything. Anything. It's about, you know, passion, and then, you know, focus, and then look at the end result, and then, you know, begin. Okay. Yeah, I want us to cross over to the other cake. I know there's another one that we're all gonna get to bite into. This, I even would feel guilty eating this one, because it just looks so good. You know, and a touch of that a lot. Yeah, is it? People say that. Yeah, I get that because it looks so nice. You're like, oh no, you don't want to damage it. It just looks like it should. So I think we can stand and come and have some cake on this other end of our studio. Just, you will stand right over here. So there's a different cake here, but as we get to the cake cutting, you will cut for us. What also is very important for people to know is that, are you still making cakes at home? You said when you began, it was at home. No. In fact, after some few years, you know, the orders began to you know, flow, you know, more and more and more. Right. And in fact, I remember for me to move now to the place where I am, I baked until my oven, you know, went kaput. You know, it crashed. It crashed because I baked from, you know, morning till the next day morning, you know, night till the next day in the morning. Yes. And lucky enough, I had just finished. That was the last order. Okay. And then it crashed. It crashed. Yeah. So where do you have a store now where you bake? Yeah, I have a bakery. Okay, you have a bakery. I have a bakery, small bakery. Small bakery. Yeah. Have you employed people, or you still do it alone? Yes, I have. How many? We are now 5 of us. You're 5. Yeah, 5. Okay. And how many cakes would you say you make in a day? Okay, our work is more of you know, seasons, but in terms of birthdays, you know, from Thursdays, you know, we're usually busy. We bake over 15, you know, 15 birthday cakes. Okay. But for the weddings, it's more of, you know, it's seasonal. But we always, you know, having weddings. But there are times when it's very busy, the August, the December. Yes. Yeah. Okay, I want to have a taste of this. This is what, take us through. This is a ordinary, normal cake. What type of a cake is this? This is a white forest. Yeah. It looks so nice. White forest, of course, is a sponge cake inside. I can call it sponge cake, feather sponge, inside, and then it's sandwiched with fresh cream. Okay. And strawberries inside also. Yes. And then all coated with fresh cream again, and then the white chocolate, and then we garnish it and decorate it all with the fresh strawberries.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long did it take to make this particular one?
This one is very simple. This one is very fast.
Yeah.
In fact, this is the fastest cake.
Yeah.
Though sometimes, you know, it may sound to be a little bit expensive. It's because of the ingredients we use. But this is the easiest and fastest cake to make.
Okay.
Within 1 hour, you can get, let's say, give time for cooling.
For cooling.
Yeah, you can get it within 2 hours.
Speaking of that, when I was a kid, I remember my mom used to bake a bit, just for dessert at the house, and I always used to like to eat the cake hot. But I remember being told you're not supposed to eat cake hot.
Yeah, there's that, can I call it myth for me, because I usually eat them, but there are some people, when you eat a hot cake, it might not work out well with your tummy.
With your stomach.
Yeah.
So it's really, there's nothing wrong. It's just that if it doesn't settle well, that's...
Yeah, because I do.
You do?
Yes, I do. I've done it enough times.
Okay, cut a small piece for us. And I'm sure people, as they're watching, they're also wondering how much these cakes cost, especially the ones we saw, the Ben 10, the breakfast serving. So for the Ben 10, how much would that go for example?
That one would go for 5.5. Of course, costing for these cakes has been a challenge.
Yeah.
Now that being a new idea, and people are used to the other cheaper ones, they don't see why it
they should pay so much.
Yeah, but at least I like Kenyans like trying things out. Yeah, things out. Yeah.
So this is for you. This is for me. We're gonna try out some
you go first.
Yes, I go first.
Yeah, go first.
Cake in the morning, let's add on those pounds.
And then we jog.
I'll work out on Monday. My director is saying it's okay, let's add them on. It's so good.
Say something.
I'm still, enjoying that, but this is so good.
Thank you.
This is really good. So that about 5.5. So expensive, of course, because of the amount of work that goes in.
Yeah, the time. In fact, it's more of the time.
And the time.
The time and, the techniques.
Yeah.
But
as you said, Kenyans are coming more into it. They're buying into the idea. They're realizing this is special. If I want it to be special for somebody, then I got to cough off a little bit more.
Very true. Because you've done a lot of this, somebody comes, I want to appreciate my friend. She's in this profession. What can you do for me?
Yeah,
and then, the ball is thrown to your court. It's upon you to think what perfectly suits that person.
As we wind up, our time is up, and this cake, of course, my people here in studio are very happy. The team, we're gonna get to feast on it later. But for me, what really inspired me and encouraged me about your story is the fact that it started off at home. I mean, you were making the cupcakes, as you said, and then it has gone to this business. You have employed 5 people, and we keep talking about unemployment in the country and people just starting off their own and not necessarily relying on the white collar jobs. So what do you tell a woman who's watching this at home, a young man as well, in terms of just doing something? And this is something also passionate about. So your words of encouragement.
I would encourage people that it's the high time we turned into creative side of the world. Just be creative. Have the passion. What is it that you like to do? Because the passion drive has to be there. Then the dream. What is this you've been dreaming? Fine, you might pass through other white collar jobs for you to get the capital to start, but whatever you have in your mind, you can begin from where you are and follow the road. You might find some bumps on the road.
Yes, and it's important to mention one of the challenges you faced, because people will face challenges and give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. Just keep on moving until you get there.
Okay. You definitely have a sweet job, Martha. This is what I technically really a sweet job here. So we wish you the best. Thank you for being part of the show this morning.
Thank you.
So we're going to take a short break. When we return, as I said earlier, we'll be catching up with Ringtone, who I hope will be around also at the end of the show to just get a bite of this cake. So we take a short break. We're back in a moment.